Vaughn and welcome back to another episode of Housework. Today I am so excited because I've been working on this project since early October, and that is this massive garage clean out. You guys, I gave my garage a complete makeover. This garage was a complete disaster. It was not functioning like a garage. It was more of a unorganized storage mess. I had to get in here, roll up my sleeves, and get down to business. So in this video, there's gonna be a lot of cleaning, a lot of throwing away, a lot of organizing, a lot of putting everything in its place. And I did it virtually all by myself. So I cannot wait to share with you guys the before and after and the big reveal at the end. So make sure that you do watch the video in its entirety. So if you would like to learn how I took my garage from this to this, then keep on watching. All right, jumping right in, want to give you guys a quick overview of what the garage looked like before. Kind of dated. Those cabinets are a little bit deceiving because they're very shallow and can only fit really small items like paint cans. So really just taking up space and not serving a whole lot of purpose. Lots of bulky items that need to be disposed of. This has kind of become a garbage stop. Everything is just everywhere, and I can't even tell you how many duplicates I've bought because I can't ever find anything. And due to that, it's even more cluttered. So here is my sort of wish list. I really want to remove those cabinets, install some shelving, clear the floor, clear my junk drawer in the kitchen, and organize by category. Because right now, I almost can't even fit one cart in here. First thing I did was clear the space so that we could get the cabinets out. I called some of my favorite junk removal folks, and these are the College Hunks. They do a fantastic job. If you're in South Chicagoland, I would highly recommend College Hunks. They can remove just about anything, and they're not cheap, so I won't say that, but they can get your space cleared out for just about any project, really, and they handle your junk ethically and with a high consideration for the environment. Just very polite, considerate, on time. I use them a lot. All right, with the big stuff out, I went straight to Menards. You guys know this is my favorite store. I'm really just in search of some nice size bins because I already have a couple shelves that my grandparents gave me when they did their estate sale. And the idea here is that the storage bins would be clear so that I could see what's inside. That's just a preference for me. You guys, this is not a Pinterest garage, okay? This is real life stuff. All right, it's settled. I'm gonna go with this plastic 5-tier shelf because it requires no tools to set up. And by the way, when it comes to DIY garage storage, Menards has everything. I was in here for so long just looking at all of the cool stuff that they had to offer. I did grab a few more items that I'm gonna need, and it turns out this is just the first trip because I'm definitely going to be back. All right, here I am, and we're back in my garage, and we're gonna go ahead and unload everything we got from Menards and get started. With a massive clean out project like this, the first thing I like to do is to separate the trash from the non-trash. So this is the part that takes the absolute longest because I'm going through virtually every single item one by one and making a determination as to whether or not it's something we can use. For this kind of sorting, I definitely used my driveway and just started creating piles. And boy, were there piles. We've lived here for a little over 2 years now, and we really have never cleaned in this garage. We never organized, so it's tons of stuff in here. I was finding all kinds of weird stuff, especially my husband. He had clothes out here. He had all kinds of stuff. And when we were doing a lot of the work on the house before we moved in, we were using the garage to store some of the leftover materials. So you'll notice like big sheets of drywall and scrap wood and all that kind of stuff. So this was a long time coming, but I'm really glad to be tackling it today once and for all. And by cleaning this garage out, and really what motivated me to do this project is that it's going to make future house projects a lot easier because I'll know where everything is, and it'll be nice to be able to put things back in their place. And on top of all of that, this is a heated garage, which is a luxury, so there's no excuse for the junk. All right, with that area all nice and cleared off, it's time for me to assemble my first shelving unit. And you guys, I would highly recommend this shelving unit if you are not into really like building things because it was so freaking easy that I thought I did it wrong. I mean, I literally popped this thing up in 5 minutes, so yeah, that was a good thing. These other shelves, I think it was 3 of them that my grandparents gave me. Turns out they came from Menards as well, and I really like these, you guys. They are super affordable and very easy to assemble. A little heavier than the plastic one, but still. These These shelves are really good. You don't have to just use them for utility. Like my grandparents, when they had them, they were using them for their business to store like important documents and files and stuff. So they are very versatile, and I feel like these are at Menards, and I checked the price and they were only like $75 for the entire unit. And you can buy the shelves individually and add more shelving if you need it. So they're really good and versatile. I'm convinced that we're going to use these in our basement once we carve out the space for storage down there. I'm probably going to push like 3 or 4 of these in there. Some damaged areas on the walls in here, but I think I'll address that in a future housework video. Seeing some major progress at around the 2-hour mark. My little categories are starting to form, so I'm starting to kind of see how I want to organize everything, and that's great news because I can start to see a glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel, especially once all the shelves are up. But also, you guys, I usually get a little bit nervous at this part because it really shows me like this is it, this is all the space you have to work with. So it's kind of final, but we'll make it work and you'll see.
Project.
It's the best day for it. Yes, it is.
My name is Diana. We live 2 doors down from you.
Oh, okay. I'm Vaughn.
Hi, Vaughn. Nice to meet you.
You too. Is this your little one?
No, it's my granddaughter.
Yeah, around here, whenever you do any kind of outdoor project, it usually attracts some neighbors. So I was actually having conversations all day long with people walking by, and it was actually a really nice day outside too. That's why I really wanted to get this done. For the really bulky items like pieces of metal and wood scraps, I used those big commercial construction bags because you don't want to use like regular garbage bags because they are absolutely going to split on you. So these are really durable, and I usually get them from Menards.
Never goes out of style.
Just popping my Halloween props and decor into this shelving unit. And you guys, at this point, everything that's still in the garage are things that we're keeping. So I'm starting to put things in the areas where I think they fit best. And I'm starting to look around and easily determine what final items I need from Menards in order to finish this. And here's a little bonus project that I wanted to work on, you guys. This is in my kitchen by my coffee maker, and this is a junk drawer. It is filled with a bunch of stuff that should be organized in a garage. So I got to remember to get a solution for that. So I went back to Menards, and I was looking at these really kind of commercial organizers, and I'm like, this might be a little bit too bold and frankly professional. So I kept it really practical, you guys, with some familiar items like these baskets and this 3-drawer plastic storage bin. All right, all done. We're entering the final phase of day 1 with sweeping, and I'm just getting the floors and these spider webs. All right, day 2, let's get it. Today is all about installing wall storage. During a 3rd and final trip to Menards, I found a really good garage storage solution by Rubbermaid called Fast Track. This is a great idea. It stood out to me immediately with super easy installation, just using some basic tools. Once you install that Fast Track rack, you can buy the individual accessories and prop just about anything on that thing. I grabbed most of the basic hooks and this utility bin. I also am ready to install this tool hanger, which is very practical. So today is just all about Operation Get Things Off the Floor. And none of these installations were particularly difficult. You just have to pay attention, get ready to problem solve, and read the instructions for sure. And once I got that rack up and put that first broom in there, I thought I had unlocked the key to storing all of these tools. All right, with that project complete, it's time to make use of another empty wall. I needed a substantial amount of space, so this wall was perfect for my Fast Track. I ended up getting 2 of them, you guys, so they will be one on top of the other, which I personally think is a great way to install these because you're gonna get the most out of your space. Next, I'm gonna get all of the obstructions out of my way, and then we're gonna start stud finding. With a lot of this home storage stuff, you'll notice that the instructions call for installing it directly into the studs versus just the drywall. As you know, the studs are the foundation wood beams found behind the wall, wall, and this is just a device to help you find them. My dad actually taught me how to do this, and he is responsible for the confidence that I have to be able to do all these home projects. With all the studs marked off, I'm just going to go back and double check and measure because devices do make mistakes, and they all need to be 16 inches apart. That's the standard for residential studs, because if they're not, then that's my chance to go back and correct it while I still can. In this case, they were all perfectly done, so we're going to move on. Next, I'm just going to softly check the leveling on where I marked off all the studs, and I'm just going to draw my line where I want to drill the holes, and I'm going to continue to double check throughout the process just to make sure that this is level. Next, I'm going to use my drill and the recommended drill bit to place all of my holes for the screws, and then go ahead and install this thing. Once that rail is up, it's time to slide that cover on and we're done. So once more, here's the before with everything just kind of on the floor pushed against the wall, and now the after where I have tons of floor space and organization. This makes a huge difference for me, you guys, when I'm able to pull into my garage without worrying about running something over or damaging my car, and I have plenty of room and floor space even with all the shelving. That's basically the video, and I want to thank you for watching. But for those of you who want a bit more detail and you want to learn a little bit about where everything is and why, then there's more in store for you, so keep on watching. All right, a quick in-person tour. So this is our recreational shelving unit here. So camping stuff and just some outdoor activity type of things. I was even able to get those fold-up chairs into this corner with that fold-up table and that toboggan sleigh thing, so that's pretty cool. I love how everything is really easily accessible. I made use of a lot of these little small storage containers to put smaller items in, and I really love these add-on baskets for accessories, so just like really easy to access items. You can just pull it right out. And then over here in this unit is just some seasonal items, so like mostly Halloween and fall stuff. This is our projector, screen, and pump right here, and then I've got Anne's pools in this bin. This is actually some Halloween decoration stuff. This is our little creepy girl sitting on top of the tombstone. I just covered her in that plastic bag so we can keep dust down. And then this one, y'all, is just kind of more random, but I know this bottom shelf is outdoor cooking and stuff like that. So like some of the fuels and things, fire logs and mesquite pellets and charcoals and gas cans and stuff like that. Up here is a little bit more seasonal decor stuff. Here in this bin, I have some of Anne's old high chair and stroller accessories just in case. Some of Anthony's MREs. And this is my Q stove. So I have those parts kind of in there being stored as well. In this accessory basket, my husband's eye protection for the gun range, some light crafts and gift wrap and things like that on this shelf. And then Anne's balls for her ball pit are being stored up here, and some more of her baby stuff. I feel like I still have space here if I need to add more stuff, because that bin is actually empty, and then there's a space for another bin right in here. There's space right in here. So there is some more space to grow into this garage a little bit more if we need to, but I honestly don't think we will, because once we finish the basement, we are planning on building an entire storage area for there too, which will probably fit 4 of these shelving units. So I think between the garage and the basement, this is more than enough room to store everything. This is just random stuff pushed into the corner, and you know, there'll be a lot of that in real life garages. Now this, you guys, is so cool because this unit here is actually by Closet Made. So it's something that you would put in your closet, but I'm using it for out here. It worked out perfectly. It was the quickest install ever. And I'm calling this area like our automotive area to kind of centralize everything you would need for the car, so it's easy to find. Over here on this shelf, this is probably my greatest accomplishment because I was really able to transform the way that we store these items in here, and I also was able to clear out that drawer inside my kitchen because of this, so I'm really proud of it. My favorite part is just being able to find all of my tools that I need. All the things that I use for like my housework content and like the things I do for home improvement is all can be found here. So each drawer has a different function. So this one is more like little kits, so like mounting kits and, you know, electrical kits and, you know, things like that. This second one is all of my tools, and then in here is all of the adhesives. So all of my 3M products and Gorilla Glue and tape and all that stuff would be in here. And I'm a huge fan of this accessory basket. I got a black one for this shelving unit because it has all of my easy access, quick reach tools. Everything is in its own little set. I actually got this guy from Menards. This is a really cool little tool shop organizer, and it's really just all of my wall anchors and nails and screws and nuts and bolts and all that stuff. So it's really easy to find everything I need right in here, which is great because then it lets me know right away when I've run out of something. These are all of my drill bits and everything that I need right there in its own little container. This is kind of like stuff for your car, like accessories and things. And then this, a lot of the hardware for the kitchen and things like that, they got remodeled before we even bought this house, are in here. So we're just hanging on to it in case we need it. And then down here is just extra paint for touch-ups and things in the house, and then all of my paint brushes and paint mixing tools and sanding tools and spatulas and all that stuff is in this basket. I have this tray here for shoes. Put up a few little art pieces and things just for fun, but this is nothing really serious. I was just throwing that stuff up there. In these 2 bins, you guys, I was able to put all the rest of Anne's ball pit balls. So it is 2,000 balls between all of these bins, so many. And this beer and wine fridge is not gonna stay out here. It's out here now because we have not installed it yet, but this will move and then this space will be empty. And this is my garden center. I'm really proud of this area. I can find everything really quickly. Got my watering can, got my grass seeds, and all of my garden tools. I put Anne's tricycle up here, one of her old strollers there, folded up. And I decided to use the Fast Track basket for her helmet. So other things can go in there as well, but as of right now, I don't have anything to put in there. Step ladder here and my seed spreader. I wanted to keep the snowblower near the big door, so it'll be easy to get this thing in and out for cleaning up the snow and stuff. And I have this bucket here with some salt in it already and this feed scoop. This is what you would use for dog food, but I think we're gonna use that for some of the salt. In this area, I decided to pop up a quick coat hook, and I'm really just using this for my husband's bulletproof vests for work because he doesn't like to have them in the house for some reason. And it's been working out great for his vests because they're pretty heavy, so I definitely needed it to be sturdy. And then you could also hang like umbrellas and things like that. Really, the garage can be used as more of a mud room. You know, if you don't want to bring stuff inside the house, as you're coming in from outside, you can just leave it in the garage. So, all right, you guys, so that's all I have for today. The video is officially coming to an end, but I want to thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye.